Okay, so first up, in what this reading is about, the basis of this reading, you have the Tower, and that's clarified by the Ace of Wands. In your current energies, you have Six of Wands and the Five of Swords reversed. And then in your near future, you have the Queen of Swords and Ace of Pentacles reversed. Your challenge regarding this situation is you have the Two of Pentacles reversed, and that's clarified by the Two of Pentacles reversed as well. So, and then what's recommended for you is the Ten of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So let's kind of get into this. Whatever the situation is about, there was definitely a Tower moment, which was something that has been going on for a while, came to a crushing, crashing halt, a screeching end, or a disruptive thing, a chaos and destruction everywhere. So whatever this Tower moment has been for you, something just, and you always know these things are coming, you know, a lot of times it's like you kind of resist it, you kind of hope it's not going to come, but it's something that came crashing down, something that just absolutely was not beneficial for you at all or working at all. It just came to an end, and it's a little bit disruptive, let's put it that way. But this has spurred new action for you. So I think from this Tower moment, you rose like a phoenix, or you're taking on new action. So because of this, you're starting something different. Now, in your current energies, you have the Six of Wands, and that's clarified by the Five of Swords, which is very interesting because the Six of Wands is all about kind of getting recognition, going through some shit, overcoming it, and then people are actually realizing that, you know, what you went through, your struggles, and how you achieved your achievements currently as well. So this is really positive. So I think you're starting to get recognition, maybe from other people, realizing that, you know, you went through some stuff, but whatever actions you took after that, you're actually back on the right track, you're doing better, or whatever this is, something's going well for you. But with the Five of Swords in reverse, I think some of you might also be making amends with other people if there was past conflicts. I think you're actually making amends with some people. This Five of Swords could also indicate in the reverse that you may be trying to go at something also a little bit differently. Like if you had to handle a situation or certain people a certain kind of way in the past, and maybe it didn't work out very well, I think it's also, you could be getting a little wiser as to how to deal with those people or that situation. Sometimes, you know, you got to handle people with kid gloves. Sometimes you can go all in, head on with somebody, but other times you got to finesse. So there may be something that you've kind of almost leveled up in a way that either you've decided that, you know, let bygones be bygones, or trying to revisit something or a situation, but you're trying to either mend it, or you're realizing that in order to deal with somebody or something, you have to kind of come at it a little bit differently. Now, with what's coming in for you, you have the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Now, I think this is saying that I think you're seeing opportunities a little bit for what they are, and something might be coming in that may not be the best opportunity for you. You know, I think you're kind of cutting things out a little bit, but I feel like with this Ace of Pentacles here reversed, kind of clarifying the Queen of Swords, I think there might be something that almost like looks like it could be good, but you know in your heart that it's not the best for you, and it may not be what's in your highest good or something that you really want to pursue. And I think you're kind of nipping it in the bud immediately, because I wonder if that has something to do a little bit with this Tower moment, you know, with you taking new action, you kind of getting whatever you need to get together, you kind of coming at things a little bit differently. And I think that's spurring this Queen of Swords where you're being a little bit more logical, being a little bit more clear-headed about something. So there might be something that you may be turning down or you're deciding against that you might have actually wanted in the past, but now you are wiser, Leos. You are much wiser now. But I think you're kind of turning it down because it may not be. I feel like with this reversed and with the Queen of Swords, I feel like this may not be exactly what you want anymore. It may have been something that you wanted in the past, but currently or for your future, you're changing your mind or you're deciding to go in a new direction. But I just think you're being very, very logical about things at the moment. But your challenge regarding all of this is you have two of Pentacles in reverse. So this is like really your challenge, okay? This is saying like, guys, this is like your challenge here. Now your challenge is juggling too much. Juggling too much. So I feel like with whatever happened with this this tower moment and this new action and really trying to, because I feel like you're gone gung-ho with this Six of Wands. You're kind of going gung-ho with something. And even with the Five of Swords, even in the upright, the Five of Swords is the guy winning the day. He's very convinced and he put a lot of work in. I see him as, you know, showing up kind of correct for the day. Whether or not he cheated or not is, you know, that's a discussion for another day. But I feel like mentally, like he was in the game. But in the reverse, I think that you're still in the game, but even if you're trying to make amends or trying to resolve some past issues, I think there's a lot of energy kind of being kind of happening here. I think you're using a lot of your energy because I think you're really trying to tackle or repair some of this tower stuff. The tower might have just knocked everything down. It might not be really going backwards, but as you moving forward with whatever, I think you're like really, really in the game physically and mentally because you have a lot of the swords here and you have a lot of the action cards here. So I think you might be juggling quite a bit. So you need to watch that you are not taking too much or you're not being too imbalanced with things. I think these are important things that you're juggling, but you may need to kind of get a little bit more cohesive, especially because you got it twice over here. You might have to figure this out a little bit and figure out if there's a different way that you could do certain things. But what's recommended for you is the Ten of Cups and then the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles is all about kind of hopes and dreams and really having your success, feeling financially secure, and just really being in a very good place. And the Ten of Cups is all about, you know, your happy family, like what makes you happy and your dreams and really enjoying the things that you have and being appreciative for the things and the people around you and just enjoying your happiness. So I really think whatever you guys are doing, this is definitely tied to something that you really want out of your life, you know, whatever that represents for you. And I think that, I don't think this is saying put some of these burdens down, because I don't think that you can necessarily put them down at the moment. I think you're in this moment of taking on a lot, but I think you're being logical about stuff, because I really feel with the Queen of Swords here and this Ace of Pentacles, you might be really analyzing certain things that are not really beneficial for you, which is good. But I think like you still have so much on your plate that you're trying to do that you might be wearing yourself out a little bit, but you don't want to be dropping the ball on things that are important. And I think this might be saying, if you have a lot going on currently, you might have to filter all of it through what are the most important things for you at this moment that are going to be your stability, your financial success, you know, your happiness and your emotional happiness. You might have to filter everything through that lens, because I wonder if some of you are taking a little bit too much on, and you might need to be like, okay, well, I have all this stuff going on and it's a lot. I'm trying to do everything, but what are, like, prioritize things, but maybe prioritize it in like, does this make me happy? You know, is this good for my family? Is it good for me? Is this going to actually help me achieve my goals financially, academically, career-wise, whatever-wise? Because nothing here is saying don't do it. It's just saying that I think you need to maybe prioritize, because I think, to me, this is like, it's very good energy, and I think you're in a really good headspace, because I do like the Queen of Swords here. And I even like her with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, because to me this is saying that, like, I feel like you're kind of being, I don't want to say nitpicky with opportunities, because not all opportunities are good opportunities. They could be good, but some are maybe more work than they're worth, you know, especially at this moment. So, especially because you have the Two of Pentacles twice here as your challenge, that's like really kind of overdoing it, having too much, juggling too many different things, kind of feeling like you can't handle everything all at the same time. So I think you might need to just kind of focus on certain aspects that really are your top priorities at this moment. But let's see what else we get for with the other cards. Okay, so first up, it's number 35. We have Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan, and I kind of feel like that's going a little bit with this, you know, whatever this tower represent that kind of spurred you to take action with something or have to get your butt in gear or whatever. And I think, like, being recommended right now is that, you know, you focus on the things that are your Ten of Cups, you know, the things that you really want or value in your life, and your stability in a sense. You know, you kind of are, I don't want to say tunnel vision, but you're really focused on that at this moment. I think this is saying because there's some plan, a big plan out there, or a greater plan that's going to help you even have more success, because I feel like you have had some success, but I do think you have a little ways to go in this journey. And your journey regarding this situation is not quite finished yet. You have some hurdles still, but I think this is saying, you know, you keep your eye on the prize almost. Now you have Bloodstone. Get up, get moving. So, man, you guys got no break during this, right? Because with the Two of Pentacles, it's like your challenge of like having too much going on at the same time, not being able to juggle. But it's like, okay, just remember why you're doing it, and, you know, get your ass moving type of thing. So I definitely think, I do feel that you are in a good position. I do think you're being very, I like the proactiveness. I even like with the Five of Swords reversed, the kind of maybe willing to communicate with others or willing to try something in a little bit of a different way. The finessing, I feel like that's maybe a little finessing energy, which is good. And then I do like with the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles reversed that, like, you might be kind of really analyzing certain things, making sure that you're doing what's best for you in a sense, but you just got to keep on keeping on with this. There's no rest for the wicked, right, Leos? Now you got separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of future. Now, some of you could really be feeling this, because I feel like this tower could have been something that you lost, you know, something happened, but I do think that you are picking up the pieces. I definitely think you are kind of charging ahead a little bit. But even the Five of Swords here, this could be that you might be in a place where you hit a milestone and maybe you're now ready, or you feel like you need to make amends with somebody, or there could be this kind of like wanting to have a reconciliation with somebody. So that might be at play here. Or maybe for some of you, you used to have somebody that helped you with whatever it was, and now they're not in your life anymore, and now you're kind of doing it alone a little bit. So that could be a little bit, and even unsure of the future. I feel like I feel like you have a lot going on right this second, and you're not sure how the future is going to be, obviously. So I think that even that is kind of going with this, okay, just focus on, like, just remember your goal, you know? Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Now, I feel like with the Spirit has a plan, I definitely think there's something larger coming in for you, whether it's love or something that's going to be really destined for you. So, but whatever it is, I think it's coming in. It's not coming in quite this second, but I think it's on its way. They're just saying that just don't forget your goals here. Then you have prosperity, property. Never mind. You have property, guys. I'm just reading stuff all kind of ways now. Property, a property purchase or sale for many, but heed security concerns in any transaction. Now, I think this is saying that if you're getting involved in anything, and that could kind of be like with whatever this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, because I feel like you might be turning something down. I feel like the Queen of Swords, I feel like something came up and it looked like it was a good opportunity, but for whatever reason, you're like kind of having this like clarity moment and be like, no, this is not the best option for me at this moment, maybe in the future, but I'm turning something down. I feel like you're kind of like, I don't want to say bossing up, but you're in this really logical mindset where you're almost like, okay, I know I have a lot on my plate right now. I'm not trying to make more of a mess of the situation. So yeah. For some of you, you might be turning something kind of down because it may not been the right time for you for that. Now you have heart chakra, compassion. Resolve your conflicts with compassion. And I really feel like that's going with this Five of Swords reverse energy. If you are making amends with somebody, they might have pissed you off a lot. They might have actually been part of this tower moment that caused this tower moment for you. This just, this kind of breaking down of things that the way they used to be, and now you having to kind of pave your own path or kind of start afresh or start anew. But I guess, if you're dealing with this, it's always good maybe to have some compassion. Some people don't deserve any compassion. I know that's kind of mean to say, but some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of you out there know exactly what I'm talking about. You know. But it's always good in the situation if compassion is appropriate to lead with that. But some of you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Next up, you have dream, wish upon a star, and take charge. Don't wait for the stars to align. Reach up and arrange them the way you want. Now, I really think that you are doing that. I definitely think that you are taking charge, because to me, the Six of Wands is all about kind of, going through it, manning up, bossing up, whatever you want to say, and leveling up and kind of just showing everybody, look what I did all by my damn self, And I think even the Five of Swords, if you are trying to make amends or come at something a little bit differently, I definitely think that's definitely taking charge. And I think with the Queen of Swords coming in for you, you're taking charge of making decisions. Maybe this Ace of Pentacles reverse was a decision you might have used to take, but now you've changed your mind. You said, no, that's no longer good for me. I definitely think you're taking charge. And I do think with the Two of Pentacles, you have it twice here in reverse as your challenge. I think this is saying that you really need to somehow manage this a little bit better. Whatever all these responsibilities or whatever's going on, whatever you're juggling, somehow there's a way to kind of manage it a little bit better. You're going to know for yourself. But in the dream, I think this is really going with this, keep thinking about what your Ten of Cups is. Keep thinking about what your happiness is and what your security is all about, and kind of keep that in your mind as a focus. Now you have the tallest oak in the forest was once a tiny acorn. And I think this is saying, sometimes, the tall oaks, they drop a seed. Maybe the oak will get chopped down, but the seed really came from a solid structure, right? Like a big tree, and then made a little seed. So sometimes we get reduced back to the seedling in a way. We lose everything, or things just, whatever, dissipate or don't work out or whatever. Now you're the seed again, and now you got to rebuild all this crap again. So I think this is saying that you did it once, you'll do it again, But it takes time. But I think this time, I really feel like this time you're going to be really taking more decisive action with whatever this is. So you're going to be a little bit more like stable and structured. That's what I really feel with this. Now you have, okay, raise the vibe, one breath at a time, keep calm and ducking, breathe. So through all this, just breathe. And for your little affirmation card, you have, today is a fresh start. Today is a brand new day that I will embrace as a new beginning and make the most of this day. And I really feel like for some of you, whatever this tower represents and whatever your fresh start was with the Ace of Wands here, I think that this has been kind of a mantra for you, and I think it's probably good to still be a mantra, because I don't think you're quite out of the the mess quite yet, but I definitely think you got a very good head on your shoulders, and I think you're kind of you're bossing up. I really feel like this is like kind of some leveling up energy, like serious leveling up energy here. I think you have a lot going on, but I think you're coming at this very smart, or much more clear-headed and action-orientated, which is excellent. Now let's see what Bob Ross has to say. No pressure, just relax and watch it happen. And I think this is going with this whole divine timing thing going on here, where the spirit has a plan and divine timing is at work in your love life. I think that this is saying that I feel like your actions, whatever you've been kind of fighting and battling for and kind of really being logical about in a sense, or like clear-headed about, being like an adult. This is adult energy, but like the kind of adult energy that we should all probably strive to embrace. Some days are better than others, though. I know how it goes. But I just think that this is saying that because of all the work you're putting in, I think you're going to get results. And I think you're going to get good results because you're coming at this a little bit more rational. I hope that makes sense. Now for your stress relief and self-care cards. Cultivating happiness. Objective. Finding something you feel happy about. Think of a happy memory. Bring a big smile to your face as you focus on this memory. Try to really focus on the memory by remembering where you were, who you were with, etc. Sit in this happy moment for as long as you feel the need and to feel the love. So I think if some of you are kind of feeling the stressed energy, maybe there's something that you can kind of, slow your mind down a little bit and remind yourself what your happiness was or what your happiness is. Because I think right now, I feel like some of you might be, I don't want to say overworked, but you got a lot going on. And sometimes I feel like with that, I think you're being very productive and that's really good. But I think sometimes you can get like, oh my God, is this ever going to end? What am I doing this all for? But I think if you just remind yourself why you're doing this, why you're going through this, it's going to help you go through it a little easier, maybe even if it's just mentally a smidge. Now you have two Spirit of the Dishes that will be with you during this time. You have the King of Drinks, which is the coffee, and you have the Fallen, which is the apple. Some of you might need some coffee, and some of you might need an apple. It's like a crisp, refreshing apple. Okay, for the dinner and a movie for you, you have what's recommended for you currently. You have romance movies and American food. For the energies that you either need to tap into or be aware of, you have yourselves, Leos, and you're all about kind of like ego, individuality, and having that confidence, that pride about you. And you also have Aries, and Aries is like that fiery energy. It's another fire sign. It's like that initiative. It could be a little temperamental, but it's about that spark, that like I am, like we're doing this type of thing, that kind of get it going, conquer all type of energy. And here you have Uranus, and this is about independence and eccentricity. And you also have Saturn here, which is about restrictions, responsibilities, and life lessons. You have the 9th house, which represents higher education, growth, expansion, religion, and philosophy. And you have the 10th house, which represents social status, career, and aspirations. You have number 3 here, so that's an odd number. So that means the special guest that'll be answering your questions today, Leos, will be The Magic 8 Ball. Think of those questions. He'll be out here shortly. So you have V, M, N, F, L, 196. Oh, and you have the starfish. Now, what I like about the starfish is I feel like whatever you've gone through with whatever this tower moment was for you, I feel like you kind of like gain a level of knowledge through everything. And to me, the starfish, no matter how you put this starfish, he's still skilled regardless of how you flip him. He is very skilled, and I feel like this represents kind of gaining a lot of skills through life. And even though we have problems, you know, things go straight to hell, or life turns to shit, you know, everything's a disaster, everything's a mess. I think you still have a lot of skills that you have had, and now you've gone through more stuff, so now you're more skilled at, even if it's a disaster, you've learned something, you have knowledge, wisdom, whatever. But I think this is saying, regardless of how you put yourself, you have all these skills and these abilities to rely on, and you're going to be able to build anything again. You know, and you might even be able to build it quicker because he has like a bunch of appendages here that all kind of can move and do stuff at the same time. So you might even be able to kind of build it faster because you've already done something once and you kind of have the know-how. That's what I get from this guy. He's my starfish of like skills. Okay. And you have relax. And I think for some of you, I think you guys got a lot going on. And honestly, you know, you got mixed messages here because this says, no, get your ass moving over here. Where was it? Get up, get moving. And then you have relax. So maybe you could get moving in a relaxed kind of way for some of you. But I wonder if some of you are having fears of the future, if that's what you need to relax about, like relax your mind and just trust that like divine timing is at work and spirit has a plan. And then you also had something else about, you know, dreams, you know, wishing upon a star and everything. So I think like, there might be something that you can relax in your life, even though I do think you're very, very busy at the moment. Okay, now it is time. Here he is, Leos. Think of those questions, and we're going to ask. Oh, mystical, magical 8-ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Leo's question? It says, most likely. There you guys go. The 8-ball has spoken. I hope you all have a wonderful day, week, month, year, lifetime, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.